Looking for the best solar generators of 2025? In this video, I'm sharing my top 5 picks after hands-on testing this year, so you can find the perfect one for your needs. Number 1. Jackery Explorer 2000 Plus. As new solar generators hit the showcase, numerous come toting modern lithium press phosphate, LiFePO4, batteries in step of the commonplace lithium-ion batteries that came some time recently. LiFePO4 offers a few points of interest, counting a much longer life expectancy as you charge and release them. They're too more secure and regularly speedier to charge. They do regularly include a few weight, be that as it may. Fair almost all of those modifiers apply here in the shape of the Jackery Pilgrim 2000 Plus. The Jackery Pilgrim 2000 additionally can control current-hungry gadgets at up to 6000 W, so indeed if you need to control a welder, you can. The battery will as it were final you around a half hour doing this. We attempted it, but it does work, and that's more than numerous other models can say. I too got to test the Pioneer 2000 furthermore amid a genuine control blackout. It kept our switch running for a few hours to keep up connectivity. This demonstrate has 2 kWh of capacity built in, but you can extend that capacity with additional outside daisy-chained batteries. It gives a add up to max capacity of up to 24 kWh, enough for a genuine off-grid work. The discretionary sun-based boards charge the battery rapidly and productively. Jackery claims generally 2 hours of charging time through the discretionary solar boards, and I found it took more like 2.5 hours, but that incorporates engaging a few passing clouds. With 2 straight hours of coordinate sun, it may likely get the work done. At 61 pounds, this is impressively heavier than the Jackery Pilgrim 2000 Professional, which weighs about 20 pounds less. But the coordinates wheels, handle, and chunky holds to either side of the box make it exceptionally simple to carry around. Everybody in my family may effortlessly set it in the back of my wife's Honda Civic. The switch to LiFePO4 moreover implies that this unit will final a long time. Sometime recently the battery corrupts past its usable run. The company claims it will take 4,000 cycles. Sometime recently the battery life corrupts to 70%. We clearly haven't had time to test that however, but that is the nature of LiFePO4, so it will nearly certainly final longer than a lithium-ion demonstrate at least. Specs. Storage capacity, 2042.8 Wh, expandable up to 24,000 Wh. Output capacity, 6,000 W. Dimensions, 18.6 by 14.7 by 14.1 inches. Weight, 61 pounds. Price, $2,199. Pros. Charges quickly. Very high output that can run power-hungry devices. Built-in wheels and handle. Clear display. 4 AC outlets. Expandable with extra batteries. Long life batteries. Cons. Heavy. Slightly less capacity than our previous pick. Number 2. Jackery Explorer 2000 Pro. The Jackery Pioneer 2000 Professional is a 2160 Wh, Wh, control station able of creating 200 W of AC control, with crests up to 400 W. That's a parcel of control. To interpret that into real-world circumstances, it's sufficient juice to keep an productive car cooler running for 2 to 3 days, or control a full-sized house cooler for about a day. Jackery markets the Pioneer 2000 Master as a sort of power-all arrangement for camping, overlanding, or domestic utilize, and I'd say that it suits each of these well. Whereas it might be a small bit curiously large for brief end-of-the-week camping trips, it's an extraordinary control station for longer trips or van lifing. It's moreover a strong alternative for at domestic when the control goes out. The Pilgrim 2000 Master is prepared with 4 center temperature finders and double battery security to guarantee that it doesn't overheat, which is basic for an item that will regularly be sitting in the sun or in a hot vehicle with thousands of watts streaming through it. It comes with all the cables and connectors vital to work it in beautiful much any circumstance. It offers a comprehensive extend of ports, counting 3 120V AC yields, 2 USB-A speedy charge 3.0 ports, 18W max yield, 2 USB-C ports, 100W max, up to 5A, and a 12V car harbor yield. It's more than sufficient for most convenient setups. The Jackery Pioneer 2000 Master is brand modern, so I haven't had the opportunity to thrust it to its limits however. After utilizing the Littler Pioneer 1500 version broadly, in any case, I can say that the Pilgrim 2000 Pro's 160Wh capacity is a gigantic update. On a full charge, it's sufficient to control my live-in van setup for 2 to 3 days continuous without energizing. My fix is prepared with a high-efficiency ice chest, lights, a fan, portable workstation, and a few other arbitrary gadgets. With that much control, I can live more comfortably on the street than with any other generator I've attempted. And I've attempted a lot. Charging the Pioneer 2000 Master from purge to full takes between 2 to 2.5 hours if stopped into the divider or accepting full sun by means of its extended, 6-panel sun-oriented generator setup. That's truly quick for a battery this huge. By differentiate, the Pilgrim 1500, pop-size previous best sun-oriented generator choose, which might as it were utilize a 4-panel setup, takes twice as long to charge a Littler battery. The combination of gigantic control capacity and such fast charging time is exceptionally amazing. One of the most challenging things around utilizing a convenient sun-oriented generator on a street trip includes the steady required to beat it off. Being able to plug in and control up inside a couple of hours is a major change. For the purpose of comparison, the more seasoned Pilgrim 1500 demonstrate took twice as long to collect 3 to 4 ths as much juice. To charge the Pioneer 2000 Professional utilizing sun-based control, you'll moreover require sun-oriented boards. Jackery offers bundles matching the generator with 2, 4, or 6 of its 200W18V Solar Saga boards, in spite of the fact that you can interface your claim if you have boards from another generator. Comparatively talking, the Pioneer 2000 Master is too shockingly versatile. At 43 pounds, roughly the same weight as a car battery, it's as it were 8 pounds heavier than the Pioneer 1500 and not all that troublesome to move around a campsite or lift in and out of a van. The 2000 gloats a retractable handle, which makes it simple to haul around when you have to. Its 3D shape is simple to fit into a van, RV, or capacity space. Whereas a movable handle is possibly less demanding to break than a settled one, the more packable shape is worth the chance. The raised, settled handle on the 1500 continuously made it a small precarious to fit into a jam-packed van. The sun-oriented boards, on the other hand, can get a bit inconvenient in a few circumstances. Utilizing 6 200W boards conveys fantastically quick charging, but sending all 6 feels to some degree disappointing. Each person unit is made up of 4 foldable square segments, and these require to be unfurled, situated, and calculated for the sun, at that point balanced as the sun moves. If that's a little errand with a couple of Jackery's more petite, 2-segment, 100W boards, it gets to be a chore with 6 sprawling boards. Moreover, each board is light on its possess, but the weight stacks up when you're emptying them. If you're going to camp in one put with an expansive truck or an RV, it won't be troublesome to pack so numerous boards. Moreover, if you're utilizing the Pioneer 2000 Master as reinforcement crisis control at domestic or on a work location. But for vanlifers or overlanders, who are picking up and moving always and are ostensibly the individuals who most look for versatile solar generators, it might be as well much bother. Indeed, in spite of the fact that your charge time will go up, you may discover yourself utilizing less boards to make things simpler on yourself. The Jackery Pioneer 2000 Master is a fantastically flexible convenient control station/solar generator. If you require a parcel of compact current, it will work wonders for you. Given its size, portable for a generator, but still over 40 pounds, it makes more sense for vanlifers, street trippers, and long-term campers than for your normal camping trip, unless you truly anticipate to energize your phone 260 times. It's an extraordinary choice for reinforcement control for individuals who live in blackout-prone regions or on an off-grid worksite. Whereas the full 6 solar panel setup might demonstrate inconvenient and discourage you from maximizing its hyperfast energize time, it's still the most straightforward, most capable solar generator we've attempted. Number 3. Jackery Explorer 3000 Pro. This is the enormous kin to our best by and large choose. Interior: the Jackery Pilgrim 3000 Professional. You'll discover 3024 Wh of control capacity, which is sufficient to control indeed huge gadgets for expanded periods of time. It can charge a high-end smartphone more than 100 times on a single charge. It can moreover control full-on apparatuses in an RV or crisis situation. Despite its expansive capacity, we learned firsthand that the Jackery Pioneer 3000 Professional is moderately simple to move around. Durable handles molded into its case make it simple to choose up, whereas an amplifying handle and wheels make it simple to roll around at the campsite or any other location. It can charge in less than 3 hours from a standard outlet or, beneath ideal conditions with the 200W solar boards, it can fill up as rapidly as 8 hours. That full solar cluster can get expansive and cumbersome, but a littler setup can still give plentiful charging if you don't require to max out the capacity daily. This convenient control station offers the best of everything we adored around the Pilgrim 2000 Professional. There's fair more of it. When you're living the van life, controlling an RV, or attempting to ride out a control blackout, more is certainly way better if you can legitimize the additional taken a toll. Specs: storage capacity, 3024 Wh. Output capacity, 3000 W. Dimensions, 18.6 by 14.1 by 14.7 inches. Weight, 63.9 pounds. Price, $2,799. Pros: ample power storage for long trips or outages. Sturdy handles and wheels make it easy to move. Smooth design makes it easy to load and unload. High peak output for power-intensive tasks. Lots of ports for connectivity. Cons: 200W solar panels can be clunky. Relatively pricey. Number 4. Anker 767 Portable Power Station Solar Generator. Anker has prepared its gigantic convenient control station with LiFePO4 batteries, which stand up much superior to rehash charging and releasing over the long term than common lithium-ion cells. Anker claims it can charge and release up to 3,000 times. Sometime recently it comes to 80% battery well-being compared to 500 in a comparative lithium-ion setup. Whereas I haven't had the chance to run it through 3,000 cycles, LiFePO4 batteries have a well-earned notoriety for lifespan. Regarding in general execution, the Anker 767 does everything you'd need a unit with these specs to do. The terrible climate has given me, official Equip editor Stan Horiksek, plentiful chances, shockingly, to test it in real-world circumstances. The built-in battery offers a 2048 Wh capacity and pumps out up to two 400W. It does so through 4 standard AC outlets, an RV outlet, 2 120W car outlets, 2 12W USB-A ports, and 3 100W USB-C ports. I utilized it amid a power outage to keep our Wi-Fi running whereas charging my family's gadgets. Filling a phone from zero scarcely makes a scratch in the control station's capacity, and it ran the switch for a few hours with bounty of juice cleared out. In another occurrence, it fueled our little meat cooler for 4 hours. Sometime recently the control came back on with a few juice still cleared out in the tank. It does what it guarantees. There are a few decent additional touches as well. Built-in wheels and an extendable handle permit it to roll like carry-on gear. Tragically, those are fundamental incorporations since it weighs a strong 67.3 pounds. It's reasonable but certainly overwhelming compared to its competition. The Anker 767 is congruous with the company's 200W sun-based boards, which overlap up for simple transportation. I generally charge the unit through my home's AC control, a shockingly fast handle. The 767 convenient control station can go from level to more than 80% charge in less than a half hour with adequate control. It takes around 2 hours to get it completely juiced. Anker 2 offers a portable app that interfaces to the control station by means of Bluetooth if you need to control it without really going over and touching it. Specs: storage capacity, 2048Wh. Output capacity, 2400W. Dimensions, 20.67 by 9.84 by 15.55 inches. Weight, 67.3 pounds. Price, $1,999. Pros. Charges up to 80% in less than 2 hours. Solid output and storage capacity. Optional battery pack doubles capacity. LiFePO4 batteries survive more charge cycles than traditional models. Plenty of ports. Built-in handle and wheels for transport. Cons. Heavy for its capacity. No USB-C in for charging. Number 5. Goal Zero Yeti 1000 Core. Able of charging through divider outlets or discretionary solar boards, the Objective Zero Sasquatch 1000 Center is an energetic sun-powered generator. It offers an honorable 983 watt-hour capacity in a comparatively lightweight 31.68-pound bundle. Whereas it's hypothetically able of venturing in for any portable or crisis control require, I think its capacity and estimate make it a great fit for camping or street tripping. The Sasquatch 1000 Center gloats 7 yield harbor choices, counting 2 120V AC wall-style outlets, a 12V car plug-style outlet, 2 USB-A ports, and 2 60W fast-charging USB-C ports. Its 10A yield is competent of conveying 1200W of reliable electrical yield and can surge as tall as 2400W. For comparison, that faster charging, $400 more costly Sasquatch 1000X gets you 12.5 a yield of 1500W, 3000W surge, additionally a shenable highlight. Charging is simple, with synchronous recharge/discharge. Basically plug the 1000 Center in, plug in your gadget, and press a single button to let the control stream. It's almost as self-explanatory as it gets. Storing 983 watt-hours in a full charge, it isn't the biggest capacity in its lesson, but it holds an amazing sum of juice for its weight and measurements. To put things into viewpoint, you ought to have sufficient juice to charge a smartphone 82 times, a tablet 20 times, or keep a convenient ice chest for 40 hours. For most individuals, that's bounty for a camping trip over a long end of the week. It moreover runs calm, which is particularly pleasant when you're resting another to it in a van. The Objective Zero Sasquatch 1000 Center stands out from the pack, much obliged to its tough, keen plan. Like other Sasquatch generators, the 1000 Center is built to handle a few bumps and bruises. I tend to be or may be difficult on my equip, so I can verify to the reality that it is more than solid sufficient to handle the rigors of camping or van travel. I've moreover truly come to appreciate its flawlessly rectangular shape, which makes it simple to store or introduce in a van transformation. Numerous versatile control stations have handles that adhere out and make them cumbersome to pack, but the Sasquatch has handholds set inside the outline, so it's simple to stack or pack into a little corner. Its cables are moreover stowed in a capacity range at the beat, which makes a difference, keep things organized. It's no fun to squander time burrowing around in all your stuff looking for cables or connectors. For all its fine focuses, the 1000 Center has a genuine imperfection. This generator takes a long time to revive. When stopped into a divider, it takes 9 hours to charge at its standard input rate of 120W. That's beautiful moderate, in spite of the fact that if you need to contribute more and you buy a 240W charger, sold independently, cuts the time to 4.5 hours. The 1000 core's sun-oriented energizing time is essentially progressive, effortlessly requiring a full day of daylight unless you're willing to come at the issue with a more sweeping, and costly, set of sun-powered boards. The 1000 Center as it were has a single sun-based input, so low-wattage sun-oriented boards like a Solo 100 watt will slither the control in. Venturing up to a 300 watt board, which takes advantage of the 1000 core's full 300W input capacity, will speed up the charge time to around 4 hours, which is more or less in line with its competition, but that certainly won't come cheap. Objective Zero's 300W officer briefcase, for case, clocks in at $800, whereas the cheapest off-brand alternatives still tend to have a strong cost tag. In other words, the 1000 Center seem advantage from the expansion of a moment sun-oriented input, which would permit you to utilize a combine of more affordable, lower wattage boards. The Objective Zero Sasquatch 1000 Center is a culminate convenient control station for camping or taking on the street in an RV or changed-over van. It stores sufficient control to keep most convenient tech going for 2 to 3 days. It's solid and versatile, sufficient to effectively pack and unload from a car. It will, be that as it may, require you to arrange out charging if you're camping or traveling for more than a few days. The 1000 Center 2 can be utilized as a light crisis reinforcement control source at domestic, but you may be way better off going for one of the Objective Zero's greater, less versatile generators. The Objective Zero Sasquatch 1000 Center is an defective instrument but a valuable one in any case. If you require an effortlessly storable generator for brief camping trips that can take bounty of manhandle, it will make a great companion on the street.